What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today, look at that beautiful headline. Box office. Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker tries to avoid worst 50-day decline ever. Good job, Kathleen Kennedy. Good job, Ryan Johnson. Good job, J.J. Abrams. Good job, Bob Iger. Good job, Lucasfilm. What have we been telling you for 2 years now? Lucasfilm doesn't know what they're doing. They're a bunch of idiots. A bunch of stupid people are in charge at Lucasfilm making these decisions, and this is the result. You're welcome. I've been telling you this for 2 years now. The Rise of Skywalker feels like it has come and gone at this point, with 1917 powering its way to a potential Best Picture win at the Oscars, and Bad Boys for Life claiming the #1 spot at the box office 3 weekends in a row. It seems The Rise of Skywalker's box office woes are a thing of the past at this point. It turns out, though, the latest Disney Star Wars film has continued to break box office records. Just not the kind of records you want to be breaking. Let me repeat that one more time. It turns out, though, that the latest Disney Star Wars film has continued to break records. Just not the records you want to be breaking. And it could break a huge one next Friday. There's no doubt that The Rise of Skywalker has achieved some incredible box office milestones. It's one of the highest grossing movies ever at $503 million domestically and $1.049 billion global cum. It had a December that bested Avatar and all 3 Lord of the Rings movies. It had the second best Christmas Day showing on record. There was no way I could spin that one, but Rise of Skywalker also quickly stumbled after a strong start. Well, that says it all right there. You claimed it was the end of the Skywalker saga. You definitely got people to be interested up front. It's a Star Wars movie, and you're claiming it's the end of the Skywalker saga. You did your job. You got asses in seats, but you didn't get as many as you should have, and that's because the previous movies were not good, especially The Last Jedi. Not only did the Disney film experience a much less impressive opening weekend than its 2 Star Wars predecessors, only making $177 million, as opposed to The Force Awakens making $248 and The Last Jedi's $220 million, but Rise of Skywalker's week-over-week revenue decline from that total has been much sharper. In fact, almost no blockbuster ever has experienced this steep of a drop at the US box office. Let me repeat that one more time. In fact, almost no blockbuster ever has experienced this steep of a drop at the US box office. Just as a quick recap for The Rise of Skywalker's week by week domestic run. And then we kind of get into all of this, and it's just showing how it falls and falls and falls. Now as we embark upon The Rise of Skywalker's 7th week in theaters, the film will reach the 50-day mark by Friday. That means the Disney movie will need to pull in some decent numbers on a rather headrum weekend to avoid owning the worst 50-day dip ever for a movie that made at least $175 million on opening weekend. If Box Office Mojo's projections is correct and Rise of Skywalker pulls in at least $3.4 million this upcoming weekend, that'll put the film's total around $507.2. That's $3.4 million, showing would represent a 98.1% drop of its opening weekend total. Here's where that would rank against every other movie that made at least $175 million on opening weekend. Now, the 2 are Captain America and Avengers Endgame, and then Rise of Skywalker, Age of Ultron. So all these big budget films, all right? Now, the reason this is significant is because, like, Endgame made what? What did Endgame make? Like $300 and something million, like, on opening weekend? So, again, yeah, it made what, almost twice what The Rise of Skywalker made. So that drop for Endgame actually makes sense. We all know Endgame did amazing. Endgame ended up like $2.8 billion worldwide, whereas Rise of Skywalker has barely hit $1 billion. So these drops, while they show you something, it doesn't show you everything. And the reality of it is all of these movies, okay, I don't have the specific numbers. I believe Civil War is around 1.3 billion worldwide. And that was the 3rd Captain America movie. Yes, it had Iron Man in it, but it was still the 3rd Captain America movie, and it did better than Winter Soldier. It improved upon its predecessor. Whereas The Rise of Skywalker couldn't even match the movie that came before it. Endgame, all-time box office record. Age of Ultron, can't remember what Age of Ultron did. Age of Ultron was a letdown for a lot of people. I know it did over $1 billion, but I think we're looking at like 1.2, something like that. The Last Jedi, 1.3. Infinity War, which was a mega success, 1 point whatever it was, 7 billion, I think. Jurassic World was a astronomical success. The Lion King did 1.6 billion. Incredibles 2, I can't remember what it did. I know it did well. The Avengers was a box office juggernaut. The Force Awakens was a box office juggernaut. Black Panther was a box office juggernaut. Every single film on this list was a juggernaut outside of The Incredibles and Age of Ultron, I believe. So The Rise of Skywalker is the lowest, outside of Incredibles 2, Rise of Skywalker will be the lowest grossing film on this entire list. Good job, Kathleen Kennedy. So yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely crazy, man. What a pathetic excuse Lucasfilm is for a production company, for a company. What a pathetic excuse everybody involved with this from a creative process is. You all should be ashamed of yourself. You all should go back to 2012 when this announcement was made, and you should all look at yourselves and consider yourselves failures, because you had Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford, and Billy D. Williams all alive and well, all willing to participate in this. You had George Lucas's sequel trilogy outlines. You had Disney's budget. You had the good faith of the prequel generation, the original trilogy generation, and the new Disney fan generation. You had all of it going for you, and you have pissed this away because you wanted to push identity politics and you wanted to move away from George's vision. You are all pathetic. Everybody that played a part into this, every single one of you are all pathetic, and you deserve nothing but criticism for your terrible decisions. Other than that, I'm going to wrap this up. Check out our new gaming channel, Gaming with Geeks. Also, Park Hoppin', our theme park channel. Check out Sports Wars and check out Gaming with Geeks over on Twitch. All of them are about to pass 1,000 followers and subs, and we appreciate that. Obviously, thank you for checking out this video. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Other than that, thank you very much for checking out this video. Solo lost money, Raylos are weird, and we will talk to you later.